Well, guys, here we are again. We gotta put our hands together and we need to pray to the COD gods that David Vonderhaar gets out of the desert. We gotta pray that Michael Condrey never touches a sledgehammer game ever again. And we need to pray that Joe Seacock keeps his filthy paws off of this game. Good God almighty, I hope the people working on Vanguard don't shit the bed. Yo, what's going on, guys? It's the boy Fooly and I'm bringing you guys another video right here on Black Ops Cold War. Today we're gonna be talking about World War II Vanguard again, but this time we're talking about how important this game is to a lot of COD fans, and I'm pretty sure this is a make it or break it COD. But before we get into anything, make sure to leave a like on this video if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and let's get right into it. So it's no secret that some of the leaks that have been coming out about COD Vanguard recently have pretty much all been ass. I mean, for a while there was rumors that the multiplayer wasn't even ready and that it was only going to be campaign. There was rumors that the game wasn't going to be coming out until 2022, which I honestly hope to God that was the truth, but I guess it's not. There was rumors that Modern Warfare 2 Remastered was going to be coming out with it because the multiplayer was so ass, and that turned out to not be true either. But the fact remains that most of these rumors are all really bad. And even the latest rumor that I talked about in my video was that there was only 8 maps launching with COD Vanguard, and because of all these rumors coming out about COD Vanguard, it's really leaving a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths. And I'm pretty sure I'm not the only person who has incredibly low expectations for this game. I mean, honestly, at this point it feels like it's really gonna take the stars aligning, the planets aligning, my chakras aligning with the planet, Pluto needs to be reconsidered a planet, Shrek needs to become purple, the Joe Seacock Gooch Eaters need to admit that Modern Warfare 2019 was not all that good. I mean, really, it doesn't seem very likely that COD Vanguard's gonna launch all that well, but honestly, I think that's probably like the best thing that COD Vanguard has going for it at this point, is that so many people's expectations are so unbelievably low for this game that it might actually be really hard to disappoint a lot of people right now. I still think this is a make it or break it COD for a lot of OG fans. I feel like this is either going to be the game that's going to fix a lot of issues for a lot of COD players that hated the last 2 CODs, or it's going to be the final nail in the coffin that's going to push a lot of COD fans out of this franchise and over to Battlefield or to other franchises. Now, personally, I feel like COD's gotten to the point where it's no longer about giving it another chance or giving it one more chance. It's kind of gotten to the point where this is the last chance for a lot of COD players. I mean, what's that saying, guys? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times, I don't know, f this shit at that point. And just right off the rip, I already know there's going to be some negative qualities with COD Vanguard. I mean, for example, we already know that the seasonal content system is coming back. That worked out honestly horribly for the last 2 CODs, but I mean, I guess the 3rd time's the charm, maybe. SBMM is likely going to stay the way it is because, I don't know, Cash Division's obsession with cock and ball torture is kind of weird nowadays. And of course, there's the Warzone integration, which a lot of people might see that as good news. I see that as horrible news because we already know how much Activision prioritizes Warzone over multiplayer, and honestly, it's just not a good sign for me. I don't even know what to expect when it comes to bundles either, because I mean, World War II characters as operators for 20 bucks. I don't know how tempted I will be to buy that. And overall, there's just a lot of issues that I can kind of assume are going to be coming to World War II Vanguard. But then again, on the other hand, there is a slight chance that Sledgehammer has learned their lesson from World War II and the fact that they have 2 years worth of feedback to go off of. And at this point, they can kind of start making common sense plays to try to make their game at least pretty manageable at launch. For example, they should know by now that at launch, they should probably include the minimap. I mean, I don't know whose bright ass idea it was to not include that thing in Modern Warfare 2019's launch. And another example they have is to maybe make a score streak system that isn't stupid. There's just a lot of small things and small features that they can do to make their launch as tolerable as possible. And honestly, in that aspect, having low expectations for their launch might actually do them well. Not only that though, they've had like 2.5, 3 years to polish out their game and make sure it doesn't have all these bugs at launch. Modern Warfare 2019 was infested with bugs. I swear I'll never forget this day, but when the crossbow came out in Modern Warfare 2019, people's accounts got reset because of a bug for whenever you unlock the crossbow. You can't have that anymore. In Cold War, some people couldn't even play the game on certain consoles. You cannot have that anymore. Not with 2.5 years plus of development. And then when we think of World War II back in 2017, I mean, again, it's no secret. That game launched like ass and was ass for like 6 months at the very least. But what ended up happening? They finally booted Michael Condrey, or he quote unquote got promoted. I mean, either or, that guy's no longer around with Sledgehammer like that, and I cannot be any happier about that. I equate that guy to pretty much the Joe COD of the 2010s. So for all you Modern Warfare 2019 lovers, back in the day, there was no Joe COD Gooch Eaters. There was Michael Condrey Gooch Eaters. And I mean it when I say this. After they got rid of him and they overhauled the living shit out of that game actually became one of the greater CODs I've played in the last couple of years. And I'll stick by this statement forever, honestly. I don't think I've ever seen a game have a turnaround like that, ever. Modern Warfare definitely did not have that turnaround, and neither did Cold War. But if they're at all on the same trajectory that they were towards the end of World War II 2017, then there's actually legitimately a good case to be made about World War II Vanguard. I mean, the way I'm thinking right now, Modern Warfare 2019 was ass, Cold War was ass. Legitimately thinking, just based off of feedback, if you were creating something and 2 people were ahead of you and they got absolutely crapped on, you being the third person to do the same thing, would you not do it a little bit differently to maybe not get the same reaction? Now, that's just if Sledgehammer and if Activision care that much. I have no idea. It doesn't seem like Activision cares at all about multiplayer. Now, if you're a casual fan of Call of Duty and you hated the last 2 years and you end up hating this game as well, I think this would actually be the point where a lot of people cut ties. Now, if you just so happen to be a content creator or you know any content creators and this COD sucks, then honestly, Godspeed to you fine gentlemen. I feel very bad for us. I'm so sorry that we had to endure this for another year. However, if this year ends up being very good, and I don't mean mediocre, I mean like it needs to actually be good, then that could actually spark a new life in Call of Duty fans. Maybe it pushes Activision to stop pushing so hard on Warzone and maybe focus a little bit more on multiplayer and kind of get things back on track how they used to be. Again, at the end of the day, it all depends on how World War II Vanguard comes out. Like I said in the beginning of the video, the chances seem to be pretty slim, but there's always a chance, guys. It's not chalked until it's chalked, alright guys? Now, it does seem like a lot of things really need to go our way for this to be a good COD, but like I just said, guys, what is the saying? It's not chalked till it's chalked. But yeah, guys, that's gonna do it for me today. I'm curious to know what you guys think about this upcoming COD. Do you agree that this is a make it or break it game for a lot of COD fans? Do you think this COD actually has a chance at being good, even if it's the slimmest chance? As always, before I go, guys, make sure to leave a like on this video if you enjoyed, comment any thoughts and opinions that you had down below, and subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, guys, it's been the boy Fooly. Have yourselves a good one. I'm out of here. Toodaloo.